It's been a long time, but we are back with the Chester stuff. I think we're doing Chester, right? It's Chester? Oh god, is there a penis? Oh, there's so many fucking little screens on here I have to check every time. Here we are, day 33. Chester route. Hello everyone, my name is Vivian and welcome back to Extracurricular Activities. Here we are, day 33. You're coming back, it's Chester. You were stirred from your sleep when you felt Chester moving against you. You're on your back and Chester was cuddled up to your side with one arm under your head, one across your chest, and his face against you. When you woke up, you noticed his alarm was beeping from somewhere in the room. Chester, why the alarm? He grumbled something in response and forced himself to sit up. What? I have class. You have a class today? I take a 3-hour networking class on Friday mornings. I never knew. It's never come up, so I've never thought to mention it. Guess I gotta keep going. Don't wanna though. He yawned wide and fell back over beside you, grabbing you to snuggle up close. I don't want you to either, but you have to. You rolled over onto your side and let him hug your chests together. So you slipped your hand into... So you slipped your hand into his underwear and squeezed his soft butt. Okay, there you go. If you'll be there for a few hours, I can come meet you for lunch. That sounds like a good idea. We can have lunch and maybe hang around the student lounge until practice. Or maybe we should get my bike tires replaced? Yeah, that's a good idea. I forgot about that. Pushed his forehead to yours and sighed. I'm sorry, I couldn't do more about that, babe. You don't have to apologize, you did all you could. That bastard Vernon should pay for it. Let's just do what we can to avoid him. I really don't want to be around him at all. You're right. We should just stay away from him. He gave you a soft kiss and rolled away from you to sit on the edge of the bed, finally silencing his phone. The alarm's been going this whole time, thank Christ I didn't actually have to hear it. Lucky you get to go back to sleep. And I get to take your side of the bed too. It's all nice and warm. You rolled onto your stomach on his side of the bed and pulled the blankets tightly around yourself. Smells like him too, so that just makes it better. I'll be asleep by the time you're out the front door. Rub it in. He made sure you were watching as he pulled his shorts on, taking special care to show off his bowl-sized package nestled in the waistband before tucking it away. Tease. Something to think about when you go back to sleep. As for me, I'm gonna have some breakfast and head off. When you come to the school, grab my lunchbox and bring it with you. We'll have the leftover curry for lunch, because there was a good amount left. Even though it has that in it, it's not like anyone else is gonna know. Alright. Sister gave you a kiss on the cheek, and his hand slipped under the blanket and gave you about a squeeze, because of course it did. I'll see you again in a little while. See you then, Chess. And now it's time for me to get some more sleep. Time for lunch. Oh, yes. God, that facial expression is haunting. It's the shadow in the eyes and the frown and the fact that I'm so used to the default expression being just that kind of dopey ass smile the main character has. So like, this expression is just so different from that it's like, holy Christ, it's the end of the world, isn't it? Sure would have been nice to ride my bike here today. See, there we go. The walk isn't too bad though, so that's a plus. Hey, you here? Hey, Chess. How was your class? It was fine. Nothing exciting going on. So I've saved us a couple of seats over there. It's really crowded in here today. Yeah, seems to be. Nearly every table in the cafeteria was full with people chattering, and Chester led you to the seats he had saved for you. I ran into Reggie before coming in here, and he's gonna meet us in the student lounge in about half an hour. I'm gonna play a game with him before we head to practice. Oh, cool. So that sounds like fun. Yeah, we'll see what he has in mind. Give me the food and I'll go heat it up. I might get some extra chicken to add to it. He handed Chester the lunchbox and he paused before pulling everything out. What is it? I forgot I had custards in here too, so I guess we have dessert. I didn't even look in here. Can't believe we're about to eat this at school. It's almost like fooling around on the locker showers, right? Almost. I'll be back shortly. You were left alone while Chester prepared the food, but he wasn't away for long before you returned with plates of piping hot food. And lunch is served. Served when they ate served. It smells just as good as it did last night. Looks as good too. Thanks, Chess. Let's chow down, then we can go meet Reggie. The food tasted as good as it did the night prior, and a little conversation was made while your mouths were little conversation was made while your mouths were constantly full. I was wondering if the curry would taste different since all of the ingredients had time to mingle together more. Didn't taste any different to me. I didn't notice either. I wonder if the custards will be like that too. You aren't heating them up, so the flavor might be a bit different. All the curry was eaten, so Chester passed you one of the custard dishes and kept one for himself. Time to see if these still taste as good cold as they do warm. I'm sure they do. I had a really good time making them with you last night. It's nice to have someone in the kitchen with me. Yeah? I had a good time myself. A spoon of the custard disappeared into his mouth, and he bobbed his head. Tastes as good as it did last night. But unlike the curry, there's a certain other flavor that lingers after you swallow. Yeah, I can definitely taste it. You wouldn't know if you weren't aware of it, though. Not at all. Still, these are great little homemade desserts. You did a great job with them. All thanks to your guidance. You'll have to teach me how to make other things. You can count on me to. We'll have to make time to do more stuff like this together in the kitchen. Oh, no. No, 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 no. This also means I have to look back on that fucking video to learn what his fucking voice was, because I forgot. I usually cut out the part where I say that I forgot what people's voices are because, you know, it's kind of, you know, a little embarrassing but also annoying that I forget what people's voices are. But, like, this is a very important voice, but it's tied to one of the worst fucking moments. Oh, Christ. Well, here we go. Okay, so it's just like, it's William, which is more guttural fucking Spencer. Great.
What's this I hear? You two been playing house together?
God Christ, I don't want this. You have the fucking gall to come in here when there's a billion fucking people in here? I'm gonna fucking kill you, you bastard bitch. Chester took a deep breath through his nose and the expression on his face darkened immediately. Okay, is this the first time we've actually seen him? Because, yeah, here he is. I think this is the first time we've seen him, at least in, this playthrough. Vernon seemingly appeared out of nowhere and leaned against Chester's chair from behind. The fuck do you want, Vernon? When he spoke, it barely came out as a growl.
Now, let's not make a scene with so many people around.
You could tell Chester was struggling to keep his anger in check as his free hand on the table was now balled into a fist.
I just wanted to see what kind of food you made over here, pal. I couldn't help but overhear that it was something you guys made. Looks like a cute little pudding cup.
Calmly, he picked the dessert up off the table, and Chester's eyes widened to an alarming size.
I would have expected a fruit cup from you, but this still looks pretty good. Vernon, I swear to God.
Okay. This is already... We're really close to the end, so something has to happen. Something's gotta give. I'm not saying all of this, so...
Let's see if
that word
really knows how to cook or not. Hope you don't mind me giving it a taste.
Don't you dare. He reached for Chester's hand and grabbed it, seeing the grip of his spoon had changed. This is... This is wrong. I don't know if this is eventually going to be played up for like a laugh, like, oh haha, he doesn't know he's eating semen, but like... It's not funny if that is going for a joke. But if it isn't going for the joke, it's still not funny. It's not... This is I'm Vernon dunked his fingers into the custard and proceeded to lick it off his fingers. So fucking tired of this. I'm not reading that. For the people who read this, who listen to this while, you know, and not watching it directly, come back to the screen real quick and read it yourself, and then go back to whatever you're doing, because I'm not reading it.
A shame, too, because this stuff tastes pretty good.
You were mortified, knowing just what went into making the custard.
That's it! What's your fucking problem, Vernon? Why can't you leave us the fuck alone?
The cafeteria went quiet, and all eyes were on Chester and Vernon now.
What do you mean, Chess? I was just trying to show some interest in my pal's hobbies.
Yeah, he's trying to babyface himself. Don't let him do it.
We're not pals, Vern! We haven't been since you pulled that shit at the party last year! It was just a little prank between friends, bro. Nothing more than that. Yeah, fucking right it was! You humiliated me and paid some lady to fucking sexually assault me! Whoa, dude, calm down a bit. People are staring. Let them stare then! Everyone here should know you're a fucking perv that sexually assaulted his friend! And now he's taken to harassing that so-called friend's boyfriend, too! I know it was you who graffitied his home, broke his room window, and slashed his bike tires! You don't have any proof that it was me. Maybe he's pissed off someone else. We saw the security footage, Vernon. It's more than clear that it was you that slashed his tires. Well, maybe if wow wasn't Roan begging to... Wow!
Jesus! Well, you're not gonna be baby-facing in this fucking crowd. You just confirmed your heel turn to the fucking crowd, Vernon. That was all that hopefully if this crowd isn't in fucking the 1950s, yeah, hopefully public sentiment will just catch on to this shit. Because, again, I'm not saying that. You're not putting those words in my mouth.
No, I wouldn't be. You're a fucking asshole, and I can't stand you. You're such a fucking prick. I can't understand why anyone would want to be your friend.
That comment seemed to strike Vernon across the face.
Man, fuck you. Then again,
I'm not saying that. Vernon finished licking off what custard was still left on his fingers, but he stopped mid-lick with what Chester said, Yep, I was worried about that. This is supposed to be some kind of gotcha moment. That is not the gotcha you think it is. That's also sexual assault. That is what it is. And I'm not, no. With the duts.
Excuse me.
Yeah. I was worried about this. And he's even using it as a taunt now. No. I'm not saying that either. Says, baked it myself with a special ingredient that you just seem to love swallowing down. Oh, God. This is incredibly uncomfortable. And I really don't like it. And I especially don't like the fact that you're making me sympathize with one of the worst people in this game. God damn it. It says, but bullshit. Oh my God. You fuck, really? And you're just gonna, and your Chester's like tripling down now. I guess the smell really drove you wild for you to dive in like you did? Really? And since you seem to like it so much, I get... That's fucking... No. What the fuck? That's really not okay. One, this whole situation's not okay, and... That's... What the fuck? Vernon deserves comeuppance far beyond whatever this is supposed to be, but this is not it. This is playing his game and losing. I'm incredibly uncomfortable with this. Oh my God. I'm not saying that either. What? I can't read this. Now he says that. Now you're just trying to fuck with me to get in my head. I'm not that. Believe whatever makes you feel better. And of course Darius is here. Of course he's fucking here for this. Why would Darius not be here for this? What the fuck? Ay. He says it just looks like it. He says it makes you think of it just by looking at it. What the goddamn? Darius is just chilling in the background, eating pudding. Yeah, Darius, where did you come from? You know, Why wouldn't Darius be a part of this scene? Stepped up to the table with the dessert already in hand. So Darius is eating some too? What? What the fuck? I mean, yeah, if he already knows what it is, it's not the same, it's not problematic, but like, the whole, like, what the Christ? I heard the commotion while I was passing by, so I stopped to see what was up. Oh yeah, of course Vernon would have a problem with Darius. And yeah, we told Darius, so I guess this is the version where Darius is a part of the scene. He is in a very specific position on the CG where he could be added to or to not the scene.
You're friends with this guy too, Chess?
I suppose my reputation precedes me. Darius looked over the spoon for a moment and took a generous bite of it. You know, this isn't a fucking buffet, guys. You know, Vernon's whole transgression in this moment was... Well, not the whole transgression, but part of it was an unwelcome participation in the dessert. So, that doesn't mean that you can too. You know? And after a quick nod of his head, he continued. But yeah, he confirms the presence of semen. Thanks, Darius. Much appreciated. And Vernon calls him a liar. Thank you, Darius. Says he sucked enough dick to know what semen tastes like when he tastes it. Thanks. He even goes as far to say it's chestnut flavored custard. What the fuck? Okay, that got a chuckle out of me. I needed that right now. Damn it. Okay, I needed a chuckle right now. This whole scene's been making me extremely uncomfortable, so I needed a good chuckle. People around the cafeteria were starting to chatter and giggle. At that line, sure, but the rest of the situation is very not fucking funny. Still watching the spectacle unfold before them. Yeah, you know what? Fuck you both. Fuck all of you. That's it? That's his comeuppance? This scene, and he's just giving up? He should be in prison! He fucking... Like... what the... After the shit that we went through with him, he just gets embarrassed? That's his comeuppance? Let it play out. Let's see what happens. He says, I'm through with all you slurs. You're not even worth my time anymore. I'm just done. And he just storms out of the cafeteria. That's the comeuppance. I swear to God, if that's it, that is horrible. At least Harold's ex-wife went to jail. And possibly a mental hospital. Vernon just gets to walk out embarrassed? Okay, well, we'll see if anything else happens. We still have the rest of this day and 2 more days. Maybe something else happens, because I swear to God, he deserves to be in maximum fuck security. Don't worry, everyone. I was just backing up my friend to make the guy leave. What? Oh, now he's doubling back? What? There's not really semen in this custard. Shit's pretty good, though. Oh, so he's covering for them now. Okay. I mean, if you have to. You're all adults. You're at college. I guarantee there's at least 5 other people in that room doing the same thing on that exact same day. And the rest of them did it on another day. A few people laughed and clapped for Darius. Thanks. And Chester looked to be on the verge of tears. Much to yours and Darius's surprise, Chester grabbed Darius in his arms and hugged the lion tightly. He didn't let go, and Darius returned the gesture with an awkward pat to Chester's back, and you were pulled over into it too. A nice hug. Fuck, that's a hug! Thank you, Darius. Don't worry about it, big guy. Chester broke the hug and dropped onto his chair with a deflated sigh. Man, I'm surprised you didn't sock the guy. Same here. I am too, honestly. I have no idea how much restraint it took. He's the asshole that's been giving you guys a hard time, right? Hard time being the understatement of the fucking century. Yeah. Again, thanks for backing me up, Darius. Maybe he'll leave me alone after that. How is that it? And how could that really... Is that... That was... I... Just keep playing, just keep playing. You were pretty relentless with what you said. I didn't know you had that in you. I just kind of snapped and went along with it. I can't believe I said all that. Yeah, that's not like you at all. I know. I'm kind of ashamed. You didn't even look like yourself, literally. Chester buried his face in his hands again and sighed again. Can't say I blame you, though. He's a real douche, it sounds like. Again, underselling! But trust me, he's not gonna bother you guys anymore. So is that really it? God damn. How can you be so sure? Just trust me on that. I hope you're right. What caused that guy to be such an asshole towards you? To keep it short, he sexually assaulted me last year and it ended our relationship. Friendship. And he thinks I don't want to be his friend anymore because of Link. Thinks he turned me gay or something. Yeesh, that's rough, dude. I'm sorry that here... What? Sorry that here... I guess that's a typo. Sorry to hear that you had to go through something like that. It's a huge mess. He's been harassing us for a couple of weeks. Harassing! Again! Again. Understatement! He belongs in a fucking cell! Well, you shouldn't have to deal with it anymore. After that little stunt, he's bound to be done. And I just remembered I have something to do. I was on my way to meet someone before I stopped by here. Sorry to get you involved, Darius. Don't worry about it. There are some things I take pretty seriously, and what he's done is one of them. Don't ever apologize for what he's done. Got it? You sound like my brother. Your brother's a smart guy then. So be sure to listen to him. I suppose I'll see you guys at practice in a little bit. Yeah, we'll be there. Thanks again, Darius. Don't mention it. He patted Chester on the back, then leaned in really close to speak to where only you three could hear it. And just between us, you don't need to reiterate that. We all know that was there. And we all know that you'd know that, but okay. He says he knows that there was the stuff in the custard. I was serious about what I said about tasting it, and I could definitely tell. Dots! You should totally make me a special batch sometime. Aries grabbed Chester's spoon and took it. Come on! Again! It's a fucking... It's a transgression... God fucking damn it. I was serious when I said this shit's pretty good. Link's okay to help me make some more. I think you've earned it. A two-man job, huh? You guys are a little kinkier than I thought. So if you ever want a third joystick to play with, you know where to find me. Well then! I think we should get out of here and go meet Reggie now. I need some kind of sanity to be restored in my life. Yeah, let's get going then.